Urgent day, Bears fan! Look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest your team news. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Bears in no position to re-sign longtime starter will likely draft his replacement. If Will Campbell is still on the board when the Chicago Bears pick at number 10, should they take him? With the 2025 NFL Draft just over a week away, it's a question many members of Bears Nation are asking, and for good reason. Noting the Bears need offensive linemen on rookie contracts, Bill Zimmerman of Windy City Gridiron thinks if Campbell is still available when they're on the clock, the former LSU offensive lineman would be a no-brainer to replace current starting left tackle Braxton Jones. Braxton Jones is a free agent at the end of this year, Zimmerman wrote on April 14th. The Bears are in no position to resign him. I think they've made it pretty clear in their actions that they don't plan to do this anyway, but with guys like Dan Moore getting north of $20 million per season, there's no reason to think Jones can't get that as well. Instead of resigning Jones to a significant deal, Zimmerman believes drafting a LT is the smarter move for multiple reasons. If OL Will Campbell falls to 10 in the draft, head be perfect Braxton Jones' replacement for Bears Campbell is 6'6" and 319 pounds. And he started all 38 games at left tackle during his 3-year tenure at LSU, earning accolades such as Consensus All-American and the Jacobs Blocking Trophy in 2024. His combination of strength, agility, and leadership being the first offensive lineman to receive LSU's prestigious number 7 patch make him one of the top OL prospects in the draft. Despite concerns about his arm length, Campbell's performance against top-tier SEC competition likely showcases his ability to excel at the NFL level. Zimmerman thinks those are qualities new Bears head coach Ben Johnson likely fancies. Johnson knows the Bears need an LT, and they need one this year, Zimmerman noted, adding Will Campbell would be the ideal guy. But will he slide that far? There's plenty of buzz that he would be the Patriots' selection at 4, but I would say if the Patriots decide to go another direction, there's a decent chance he could slide all the way to 10. The Bears are in a difficult spot with the 10th pick. They will be sweating seeing how the board breaks in the top 9, but make no mistake about it. If there's a tackle there at 10, the Bears should and will pounce. Have Bears already made their decision about LT? Comparing Campbell to Jones reveals potential for an upgrade. While Jones posted a respectable 77, 4 overall grade, and an 80, 8 pass blocking grade in 2024, he allowed 5 sacks and committed 7 penalties over 719 snaps, according to PFF. Additionally, Jones suffered a broken ankle at the end of the 2024 season, which may impact his performance moving forward. He has started 40 games for Chicago over his 3 seasons, but with his status a question mark heading into training camp, it's fair to think Johnson may want to add a rookie to compete. Johnson has expressed the need for tackles who can anchor effectively in pass protection and contribute to the run game, and Campbell's physicality and run-blocking prowess align well with that. Drafting Campbell at number 10 would not only address immediate concerns at LT, but also provide a potential long-term solution at the position, especially considering Jones is entering the final year of his contract. With every other spot on the lean shored-up left tackle remains a position of intrigue for the Bears heading into the draft. It'll be interesting and telling to see who they add early on. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest The Monsters of the Midway news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks, now let's get back to the news. Blockbuster trade pitch lands Bears $112 million DE for Godfather Hall. The Chicago Bears could prioritize a new edge rusher in the first few rounds of the 2025 NFL Draft next week, but the latest trade rumors surrounding one of the league's premier talents suggest there is one final call worth making. Last week, Pittsburgh Steelers superstar pass rusher TJ Watt spawned trade rumors when he posted a photo of himself flashing the peace out sign to his Instagram story. The implication to some is that Watt, whose $112 million contract ends after 2025, is signaling that he is unhappy with the progress made in negotiations with the team. If Watt does want out of Pittsburgh, Bleacher Report's Kurt Benkert believes the Bears could become one of his top suitors and even pitched a trade scenario in which they would give up multiple premium draft picks to acquire the 7-time pro. Bowler, the proposed trade would see the Bears send off their 2025 first-round pick, no. 10 along with their 2026 first and second rounders to acquire Watt from the Steelers. They would then need to negotiate a new contract with Watt before the season, or at least find a way to lower his current $30 million cap hit in the final year of his deal. They can pay the man, and they have a quarterback on a rookie deal, which is super helpful. They've got a young team, and they have an offensive coordinator that can actually do the thing in their new head coach, Benkert said. They need a guy that can get pressure. I think the Bears could be a problem, and they have the draft capital to do it. TJ Watt would give Bears franchise-altering superstar. The Bears pulling off a trade for Watt would be a blockbuster in a league of its own, above even the 2018 trade they made to acquire all-pro pass rusher Khalil Mack. Watt has been one of the NFL's most dominant defensive players over the past 8 seasons, recording 108 sacks and 225 quarterback hits in 121 starts for the Steelers. He won the league's Defensive Player of the Year award in 2021 and has finished as a Pro Bowl in each of his last 7 seasons, including in 2022 when he played just 10 games. If the Bears found a way to add him to their line opposite Montez Sweat and the newly signed Dayo Odeyingbo, he would provide them with a franchise-altering piece who would decisively smash open their Super Bowl window for the next few seasons. Watt is not a risk-free move, though. The Bears would likely have no problem paying the high-end trade cost for Watt if they believe they can get the 2023 version of him, 19 sacks, first-team All-Pro, but finding an agreeable contract extension price would present a significant challenge, with them already heavily committed in their defensive trenches between Sweat and Odeyingbo. According to Over the Cap, the Bears will have a projected $54 million in cap space for the 2026 season, which is enough to make moves but likely not enough to pay Watt in the range of Myles Garrett's new deal, which reset the market at $40 million annually. Will TJ Watt's situation end the same as Myles Garrett's? Speaking of Garrett, the new trade rumors about Watt are similar to the ones about the Cleveland Browns superstar that dominated headlines earlier in the 2025 offseason. Will the two situations ultimately end the same way too? Garrett officially requested a trade away from the Browns in early February, expressing a desire to compete for a Super Bowl elsewhere. Ultimately, after insisting they would not trade him, the Browns resolved Garrett's grievances and signed him to a 4-year, $160 million extension that will tie him to the team through the end of the 2030 season. The same could happen with the Steelers and Watt, although it is important to note that Watt has not requested a trade out of Pittsburgh despite his social media activity. For now, the Steelers have no reason to move urgently with Watt unless they feel they are at risk of alienating him by waiting until closer to the season to lock in a new deal. If they reach the other side of training camp in late August and do not have a new contract in place for Watt, though, they could force their star to consider holding out on them. Dolphins' trade idea sends all-pro cornerback Jaylen Ramsay to Bears. The Miami Dolphins have 2 former all-pro players that are likely to be on the trade block. But the one guaranteed to be exploring trade options is cornerback Jaylen Ramsay. This trade idea sends the 7-time Pro Bowler to the Chicago Bears. For this trade idea, the Bears give up pick 72 in the 3rd round for Ramsay and pick 116 in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Bears need to add another boundary cornerback, and Ramsay would be a huge get for the Bears as they look to try and make the playoffs in a tough NFC North. Meanwhile, the Dolphins would be moving up significantly in the draft, landing a key top 100 pick. Many draft experts view the 2025 NFL Draft as a starters draft with a ton of talent in rounds 2 and 3. The Dolphins adding another pick inside the top 100 is well worth the trade of Ramsay. While Miami doesn't gain a pick, they shoot up 44 spots, going from the middle of the 4th round to the top of the 3rd round. It's a major move up and into the range that plenty of great players will go in. After this trade idea, the Dolphins would be left with picks 13, 48, 72, 98, 135, 150, 155, 224, 231, and 253. The Dolphins would have 4 picks inside the top 100 in a draft where there are plenty of starter-caliber players within the top 100 picks. Due to the needs present across the roster, the Dolphins need to add as much ammo as they can. To add key players in the draft, it's a great draft to have multiple picks inside the top 100, and Miami filling in the gap between picks 48 and 98 is a huge addition. This trade idea has the Dolphins moving up over 40 spots from the 4th round to the top of the 3rd round. It's a large move up and should put the Dolphins within range of some of the top players in the draft class that they otherwise wouldn't be able to get at pick 1 and 16. And now, Da Bears fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Da Bears. He'll be back any moment with more. The Monsters of the Midway News.